Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are making one dessert that I wait all year to enjoy. I make this dessert just once a year and it is at Christmas time. So this is sticky toffee pudding and let me show you how I prepare it. So this cake requires the use of date. Date is actually one of the main ingredients for this recipe. So here are my dates. I went ahead to remove the seed inside it and weighed out the quantity that I needed, which is 200 grams. And then I went ahead to slice it into smaller chunks like I've done here. So place it in a bowl, and then to that I am going to be adding my baking soda. So pour your baking soda on your date, and then you're going to come in with some hot water. This hot water is about 175 mils of hot water, and you're just going to pour that over your date and baking soda, and you're going to leave that on the side to soak. The baking soda and the hot water is going to help your date to become softer and mushy. Just leave it on the side while you do other things. So next I went ahead to grease my pan. This is the pan I'll be baking in. I'm not making use of any parchment paper just because I'm going to be pouring the toffee sauce on top and I don't want the paper to get soggy and all that. Anyway, so I buttered my pan and then dusted it with some flour. This is what our date looks like. This is after about 10 minutes, so it doesn't take long at all. So it's nice and mushy. Place that on the side, and then I went ahead to crack my eggs. Do not worry, the full list of ingredients and the measurement as always are all in the description box, so you can get the written recipe and come back to follow the process here. So I'm making use of 3 eggs, but I'll remove one of the yolks. So after mixing the egg, I went ahead to combine my dry ingredients, which is just my all-purpose flour and baking powder. You're going to whisk that together and set it aside. It is always very important to prepare all your ingredients before you actually start to cook or bake. So next I went ahead to put my butter in the bowl, which is a bit too big, but it's okay. So I've left the butter to be at room temperature, and after whisking it until it's nice and fluffy, I came in with my sugar. I'm making use of brown sugar. Like I said, the full list of ingredients and measurements are all in the description box, so do not worry at all. Just follow this process and you will make yourself a nice sticky toffee pudding. So you can do this mixing by your stand mixer or by hand, or however you do mix your batter. At this point, I think I've whisked the sugar and the butter together for about 8 minutes, and so I started to add in the egg in batches. So you're not going to pour the whole egg in at the same time, okay? I think I added about the eggs in 3 parts. What that means is I add 1/3 of the entire egg, whisk, and then I came into add the next one. In between I added my milk. Just don't dump all the liquid in because everything is just going to cuddle up and it's not going to look nice. You get what I mean, okay? Next, you're going to come in with your flour and baking powder mixture. You're going to pour it into the mix and just make sure to whisk everything together. And after doing that, this is what our batter looks like, and I came in with our soaked date. Look at that. You can already imagine how nice this is going to taste. There is no doubt. I am telling you, there is no way you make this cake and you tell me it doesn't turn out nice if you follow this recipe and the measurement and everything correctly. For sure, you'll create yourself a nice sticky toffee pudding. So I came in with my mixer again and I whisked the date into the mixture. Make sure everything is nicely combined. Scrape down the edge of the bowl, and yeah, now everything is ready, and I went ahead to pour it into my grease pan. At this point, my oven is already preheated to 180 degrees, and I am going to be placing my cake in, and I'm going to be baking that at 180. You're going to bake between 30 to 45 minutes, so depending on your oven, because sometimes the oven temperature are not accurate, but you want to make sure you keep an eye, okay? While the cake is baking, you're going to prepare your toffee sauce. The toffee sauce is also very, very important because you're going to be drizzling this over your hot cake. Please like this video if you've not already done so. Remember to leave me a comment as well. Help me to share, okay? So this is the process of making the toffee. You're going to add some unsalted butter into a pan. You can use salted butter as well. If you do make use of salted butter, just don't add any extra salt. Next, you're going to come in with your whipping cream. This is a cream of about, it has to have at least 35% fat content for it to turn out well. And then you're going to add some salt. This is about 1/8 teaspoon of salt if you're using unsalted butter like I did here. Add some vanilla extract, and we're going to come in with the sugar. So you can make use of light brown sugar, but because I wanted that deep rich flavor, I'm making use of a mix of light brown sugar and muscovado sugar. So you do not have to do that. Light brown sugar would also work, but if you have dark brown sugar also, that would also work. You're going to cook this on low to medium heat, and you're going to continue to mix it around like this until everything is nice and well combined. And when the sugar grains are all dissolved, your toffee sauce is ready. It is easy as ABC, but it makes a lot of difference in your sticky toffee pudding. I baked my cake for about 40 minutes. You just want to keep checking with a toothpick or a skewer until it comes out nice and clean, and then your cake is ready. So I went ahead to poke it with toothpick again because we're going to be drizzling the sauce on top of the hot cake, and I just want all the sauces to go in. Just pour the sauce over the cake generously. Of course, you're going to leave some on the side for whoever wants to drizzle some extra on their cake. So I went ahead to pick my hot pan. Oh my god. Anyway, I corrected myself and went to wear the glove. Just swish it around like this, and this is what your sticky toffee pudding should be looking like. Guys, once you try making this, you'll never go back again, I'm telling you. But the only thing for me is that it just feels wrong to make this any other time apart from Christmas time. I only make it once a year, and everybody in my family, friends are always looking forward to it. So this is what you should have. This is what I have. I cut myself a little slice, and I am going to be enjoying it. The best way to enjoy this is also with some ice cream on the side, with some vanilla ice cream. Oh my god, look at what the inside of the cake looks like. I hope you've enjoyed watching today's video. Do not forget to check the description box for the list of ingredients and their measurements. If you follow everything per the measurement and the description, you are going to create yourself a delicious sticky toffee pudding. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Help me to share this video. Please give me my like, give me my flower, okay? And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.